DIY.
DIYers, here we are. 1 year. We have made it 1 year since the drop of Euphoria. Now, I missed this by a few days only because I was sick in bed, but I am doing pretty damn good today. And I was not going to let this entire week pass by because we all know this whole situation, even though it felt like it was a longer battle, it got wrapped up in 5 business days.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Yep. Faster than some Amazon packages. With that said, one of the deliveries that we received in this 5-day delivery situation was Euphoria. And I want to go ahead and start off with hearing this with fresh ears a year later within the context of all this, because we got a lot of news to talk about. So much has happened. We obviously got to talk a little bit about this debate between Maul and DJ Head. Not too much. But there's one particular point that I definitely want to bring up. But let's just enjoy this. Here it is. 1 year ago, this song dropped when everybody was counting down, specifically the academics of the world and the Mauls of the world and all the other fans and OVO MAGA. They were going crazy like, oh, man. I tell you this. After now revisiting push-ups, which still looks really tricky under the light, suspicious. After revisiting Tailor-Made Freestyle, I get the feeling that Drake guy was very nervous and that he was getting a little bit antsy. Without further ado, let's revisit this 6-minute masterpiece.
Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you, not as calculated. I can even predict your angles. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em.
Well.
I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
You remember the feeling you had the first time you heard that beat switch? Right? I remember when I first heard this initial intro, I think I, as a listener, was so damn bloodthirsty for what's about to happen that I was like, why is it starting off so soft? Now that I listen to this with a little bit more patience, I see that this was the most beautiful setup that you could ask for. It's like, let me dissect your whole character. Let me tell you how this is going to play out. Because he literally predicted so much about what was getting ready to happen. Now that I'm listening to this with more patient ears, ooh, it was merely a lesson he was teaching us all about patience.
Shoo, 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 shoo. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes.
With new fresh ears, this just feels like somebody preparing a meal that you know is going to kill you. Your hands are strapped to a seat. You finally are sitting in place. And you woke up from a coma and you're like, where the hell am I at? Kendrick, what the fuck's going on here? Why am I strapped to a seat? A master manipulator. It's like he's lining up. First of all, he's letting you know, here is the first plate. Here is the appetizer. Now for the first entree. He's just setting it up. It's almost like he's warning the other side. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I'm specifically talking to you. But if any of y'all got an issue, understand I know something about all of y'all. I know how this is going to play out. This man's strapped to a seat at this point when I'm listening to this.
Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay.
To Punch's point about shooting the mid-range, here's where we got some mid-range lines of just, specifically for those who missed it. Punch was talking about in our interview advice that he gave to Daylight, and I'm sure that he gave to everyone that he has coached in TDE, of having the ability to turn it up lyrically, but then also not just go for home run, not just go for, let's keep it basketball, not just go for 3-pointers, not just go for slam dunks, have the ability to hit the jump shot. Little layup. These lines that ended up being the most memorable lines in here are not complex at all. But damn it, if they have stickability, and they have repeatability, they have shareability. I don't even know, there's so many things about it that just lets you set yourself up that says, I know some of this shit might be going over your head, but you'll get this one. Rewind.
What is it, the Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave? Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're Cole and Ivory, know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
I'm setting this up for what Maul eventually says in his assessment that Family Matters was the best lyrical display. To that, I have a few things to say. But in listening to this, that may be the best tactic in a lyrical warfare. This is not a lyrical warfare. This is someone who, it sounds like, doesn't respect their competitor's skill set, at least as a rapper. This says, I genuinely hate you. You're just one of them. You one of them fuckers. I can't stand you. I don't like nothing about you. And I need to say something that is not going to make rappers say, ooh, crazy double entendre. I need you to understand the depths of the hate that I'm getting ready to unleash in the midst of this. Matter of fact, it's so much anger right now. Let's call it hanger, not hunger. Hanger, hate and anger. Not even anger. I don't even hear anger. It's so much of that energy right now that I'm going to have to apologize. I'm going to have to say a prayer to God. Hey, forgive me. I'm getting ready to go even wilder in this direction. Continue, though.
I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak.
Could you imagine listening to this? And you got a full fit on that your stylist put on you. And you like, I like the way that I dress. The fuck? What's wrong with the way I walk? Can you imagine him watching video of him at a red carpet. Talking about Drake. Imagine him watching video of him at a red carpet and saying, "What the fuck's wrong with the way I walk? I walk normal like everybody else. What do you mean you ain't the way I talk? Oh, you're doing the most, Crody. What is wrong with the way I talk? Something wrong with the way you guys think it's something wrong with the way I talk? Can you imagine him in a full fit listening to this? Oh, what is the fuck is that?
This, if I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women.
What's wrong with the women I have sex with? What are we doing, Crody? Are we counting women now? What are we doing? Oh, shit. This is peeling back the layers on a fragile ego. This is peeling back the layers on a fragile ego. And he knows he's dealing with a fragile ego. I didn't have this perspective before, but I'm listening to somebody who is fully confident about how this is going to land and hurt the ego of somebody with a fragile ego. I think he might have seen this firsthand through whatever particular situations, whether it's tour. He knows he's dealing with a fragile ego because he's hitting them where it don't have to. This does not feel like a display for the rest of the people. This feels like an expose that the rest of the people can join in on. He's like, I see you.
And then notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling.
The culture's not feeling me. Look at my sales. What do you mean?
How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough?
Too low. Wait a minute, Crody. I am black enough.
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
Who said I'm acting? Who said I'm? I want to see. I want to see archive footage. I want to see archive footage of his first time reaction. That's the reaction we all waiting on. I just want to see Drake's first time reaction to this shit. What do you mean? This guy's a hater, man. And he said, I'm a hater. That's crazy.
Make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one like my last one.
Imagine him sitting in the room with Chubbs and saying, "The fuck does God think he is? Does he not know I got shooters like you around me?" And then this nigga said, "Yeah, let me see if Chubbs really crashed something." He's talking about you too. I'm sorry. This shit is just beautiful to watch back again. This shit is hilarious.
Classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from.
This nigga just think about this. Now as I'm doing this, I'm being entertaining. I'm trying to, I'm being funny or whatever. But it's like now I'm really thinking about this. This is the first time I've ever sat and listening to this. This is the first time I ever sat down as if I am in Drake's female-only Timbs. I just imagine him, barrette swinging, listening to this. This nigga's attacked at everything. You hate the way that I talk? I don't think I talk weird. The way that I walk? The fuck's wrong with how I walk? The women I'm with? The clothes that I wear? You talking about my mans over here? You talking about my six-pack abs that I got from my machine? Or Ozempic or whatever, allegedly? This is a 6-minute roast session. He is, but the thing about it is, as much as Drake was rapping for everybody else because he didn't have someone to talk immediately back to because Kendrick was planning, he's now talking to everybody. Excuse me. Drake was talking to everybody. Kendrick is like, I'm talking to you. Everything about you. And then proceeds to tell him everything about himself. Immediately.
V12 is a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk.
Now the nigga can't listen to Daft Punk no more. Now, what if that was his favorite band? What if that was his favorite group? He can't listen to them no more. He really do gotta walk around like Daft Punk. People are all looking at him like, he ain't faster, stronger now.
Remember? Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit, only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress.
Again? Just do this for a second. I know we're doing this in real time. Do this for a second. Have a little empathy. Be Drake for a little bit. I know it pains you to do that. Be Drake for a little bit. And just think about receiving all of these. Somebody who takes nothing but selfies is very focused on their looks. And he told him everything about you just irks the shit out of me. The way you walk, the way you talk. Because you know that this, I'm telling you, those photos that we've seen of Kendrick at the UCLA classrooms, psychology classrooms, this shit right here, this was him putting what he learned into action. Can't convince me no other way. All the code switching Drake does, all the clothes switching he does, all the hair switching he does. Talked about all the shit he does. He's got him questioning now in front of everybody.
Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess.
Is there something wrong with the way I say nigga? That's all I can think about. And so who do you bounce these ideas back off of? Who reassures you that what you've been doing is right? Do you trust them?
Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches.
Too low, Crody. Too much, Crody. Too damn much. You leave sexy red out of this. I can't imagine. Who do you go stand next to? Who do you go hang out with after this? Oh my goodness.
I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga.
Well.
Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record?
Cease and desist on a like that record. How believable does that sound now that we're sitting here with him having a lawsuit against UMG?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Now that we know that that man plays games, the legal kind, don't even got to say allegedly. Now that we know that that's a possibility, now that we know that that is in play, how amazing has that line now aged? Oh, man. Oh, boy. The cease and desist on the like that record? What's wrong? You don't like that record? This nigga's antagonizing. Try to cease and desist on the like that record. What's wrong? You don't like that record? This is what you call aging beautifully. What's you don't like that record? What's wrong with it? It's got a nice beat. It's only one verse. What are we mad for?
Back to back. I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record.
The amount of paranoia that this is going to cause an individual. I'm just gonna speak from my own. If I was on the receiving end of these type of raps, I would try to keep a strong face. Yeah, I say a strong face. A strong face. This ain't really that much going on. But after everybody leaves the mansion, the embassy, I'm gonna be very paranoid about everything going on. What you mean back to back? I like that record. What does that even mean? People were making assumptions that had to do something with, oh, maybe he's gonna expose if Daylight wrote back to back for him. Oh, what? Maybe he's gonna do it back to back. I don't know. Oh. The paranoia just by planting seeds. This is more effective than if you would have heard him rapidy, doing basically the mumble rap version of lyrical rapping. If you would have just heard him put up a bunch of yada, 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 and said nothing with any significance. This is a very different type of battle. It's no longer a friendly fade. You've talked about my family. You've talked about my business partners. It's a very different type of battle. The nature of it is different. What did you expect? Continue, though.
Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're 5 minutes into this, and look at all the material we've pulled from this, right? In a year later, according to Punch, there was a longer version of this one. According to Daylight, I believe he said it was up to 20 minutes. What more do we need to say? What more do you need to say after this? I mean, obviously we get more songs, but he had more. Oh, he tried to end this shit in one shot.
Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that.
See, I'm with you. I'm with you on the theories of maybe that last portion of the song was something towards J. Cole. I'm with you on that theory. Here's why I agree with you. One, I feel like that felt like a reaction to First Person Shooter. And obviously First Person Shooter had J. Cole and it had Drake. He makes another reference to it in Euphoria. See him too, kissing, hugging on stage. In 8 bars, I'll approach that. I'll reapproach that topic. To me, that lends that his at this point, he knew who he was aiming for. There's no doubt about that. But I could see in a continuation of that thought, him saying, now you. But I could also see somebody like a Punch giving him advice and then saying something along the lines of, let's focus it on one person. Let's focus it on one person. And let's see where this one plays out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is before the apology. Let's see how this plays out. And then he ended up apologizing. So, yeah. Perhaps somebody heard something and gave him a heads up. Like, hey, man, he got a 20-minute version. I think you should chill out. This is just me theorizing. That would be hilarious. Continue, though.
20v1, this 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring him out too, I clean him out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghost or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him.
Why do people still try to push the narrative? Okay, let me go back here because I actually retweeted a few things that I had from around the time when this dropped. Why do people still want to push the narrative that Joel Osteen. Am I battling a ghost or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. How did he pronounce that? It was just a mispronouncing. They want to say that he was saying Joel Osteen. No, he didn't even know. Damn, that's a whole pastor.
Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was.
I could hear the pronunciation, but nonetheless, for those who are still confused, obviously he's talking about this gentleman right here who played in The Sixth Sense. Funny, he was in a film called AI, and my sixth sense is telling me to off him. Jeez Louise. Continue, though. Continue. At this point, it's about 5 minutes of murder. Imagine somebody sitting here and saying, no. He said Joel Osteen. It really? Is that where we at now? 5 minutes of murder and you all of a sudden, no. You made an error here. Now y'all listen to lyrics. Okay.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell
Now y'all care about details. Okay. Continue, though.
In a film called AI, and my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in they coughing. Yeah, OB-ho niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody.
This is the moment that I think a lot of people overlook, and I looked at this now with a whole different perspective. Yeah, he kept saying Crody. Yeah, that's making fun of Toronto slang. I get it. He also has a cat named Crody. This is such a psychological attack. He can't call out certain names like Baka without thinking about that line about Baka. He can't dress or talk a certain way without thinking about. He can't even say nigga without thinking about this Kendrick line. He can't think about Pac the same way, even though he got a toilet that when he flushes it, it plays California Love, because now you're thinking about TaylorMade, and you're thinking about the things that got said afterwards, especially in Not Like Us, when it's like, yeah, you better not go to the Bay. This wasn't for us. This bullet had one name on it. Lyrical bullet. This song had one name on it. We got to enjoy this. This was for one person. This had nothing to do with us. This was for one person. We just got an opportunity to hear it. You send me this as a private song, I'm still offended. Don't let anybody hear this shit. Don't let anybody hear this shit.
I be at Newhall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheesing, farm. We could do this right now on the camera, Crody.
What do you know about the food out here? How does nigga know about Newhall King? What does he know about the food out here? You can't even go to your favorite restaurant no more. Can't talk to your cat. Can't flush your toilet. Can't go hang out with Sexy Red. This is just anything that you like to do, you couldn't do it no more. Good God.
Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't wanna do. Ooh.
Hey, if you and I are in the middle of a battle, don't you ever do that shit. Now, wait a minute. Fuck all this rap shit. What you mean when you said that? What you finna tell these people about me? What you finna tell these people about me? Ooh, don't do that. That's that shit. That's that shit to be nervous about.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
And it's like, I still got the theory that a year later, he said stop at the end of that. Like, I've allowed myself to say what I'm going to say, but that's about it. What if he put the stop in after he was advised, as Punch told us, to not make it a 20-minute version? What if he was like, maybe that was part of the advice. No. Stop right there and leave the people wanting more. Stop. You said a lot. You said a lot. I don't know how anybody, no matter who you're a fan of, sits through that and does not think that this is a psychological attack upon everything that you've ever stood for. Yet and still, we know that these folks out here exist. A year later, and you would think that people could maybe start coming to their senses. Well, this was put on my radar. There was a 2-hour debate I did not watch, but I watched certain clips from it because, folks like Chat Nigga like to put up clips where Maul of the Rory and Maul podcast informs DJ Head that industry rappers believe Drake outdid Kendrick Lamar lyrically. Claiming that Family Matters, the Drake diss, had more, or Drake's song, this is a Kendrick diss, had more bars than Not Like Us. The goalpost moving is insane. If memory serves me right, the existence of a Not Like Us was never supposed to happen in the eyes of the people who are the most critical, like a Maul. If anything, Drake was supposed to be the one who made a Not Like Us because he's known for making hit songs. Even known for making hit songs that are diss songs, back to back, more so than Charged Up. He's known for that. That's his lane. For now, someone like a Maul, and we haven't even heard the clip yet. This is just a wild ass caption. So now we're comparing Not Like Us, which I think we're messing up. I think we're confusing here, Maul. We're confusing the purpose of the song. The purpose of the song wasn't so that he could show people that he's a better rapper than Drake. I think that most of us had that pretty much made up before this whole thing started. Whether you're a rap purist, whatever you want to call someone like me who says, soon as your pen is in question of whether or not you write that shit that you pen, you're not in the question, you're not in the conversation anymore. You are not equally yoked to someone who writes their own shit, who's been writing, who continues to improve upon their writing, who goes through writer's block because of how much writing they do. There was never a conversation about that. The conversation is with Drake's popularity, with his stranglehold that he has on the kids, no pun intended at all, with his control of pop culture, would that somehow overdo anything that Kendrick could ever do lyrically? That was the conversation. So now to turn it back around and say, lyrically, man, you have nothing here. But let's listen to the clip. This is the only clip we'll be listening to from this shit. This shit is brain mush. Go ahead.
You can't go against that.
I could do whatever I want to do.
Nah, you can't go against Kendrick. You can't do that. And I'm not mad at you. I fuck with you. I'm not mad at you. But you can't sit here and objectively say, nah, I don't think that,
I would.
Nah.
If that's what I thought.
Drake out-rapped him. And I'm talking about, fuck me saying it. Some of the rappers that you've played their records and respect, I've had conversations with them.
The point of a debate is that you're supposed to be able to stand on your own opinion backed up by facts. So bringing in other people immediately to me is a no-no. I'm just be completely transparent. The moment that if you ever see me in the middle of a conversation, a debate, if I say, forget what I'm saying, even though it's a debate, forget what I'm saying. What I've been hearing out here, nah, that's academics tactics. That's academics tactics. What are we bringing other fictional people in here for? Say their name. Say they name. Where these people come from? Continue.
They like, yo, Kendrick may have got the strategy and the perception of him dropping right after Family Matters and all.
Strategy. We were talking about strategy after Taylor Made. That was what the OVO MAGA was talking about, was the strategy, how strategic of a genius move that Drake had by trolling him and going from the perspective of a Pac, going from the perspective of a Snoop, and doing it over a West Coast beat that was supposedly a Dr. Dre beat, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, how strategic he was. So when you lose that battle, the consolation prize now is he rap better? We're going to revisit that song in a second. It's going to be a longer stream. Continue.
All of that, cool. But if you just go and listen to bars as an MC and as a rapper, there's no way you think Kendrick, I don't even think Kendrick was trying to really rap on Not Like Us. I think,
yes, because he was telling you how much he hates the nigga he's talking about.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm
Psychological warfare, psychological attack. I am trying to break you down so that you start acting unusual. Shout out to HaHa Davis. You acting unusual. I ain't never seen you act like this before. And what happened? He was damaged so badly by, if you take Maul's word, this lack of lyrical display, or this subpar lyrical display in comparison to what Drake did on Family Matters, that he is now suing the label that he's been signed to because of the damage it did to his reputation. So whatever brand of lyricism that Drake did, first of all, I got questions for anybody, any grown individual that tells me when I need to listen to some bars, I need to listen to some high-level lyricism, I'm going to Drake every day, Monday through Friday, morning, night, evening, end of the month, beginning of the month. When I need bars, I'm going to Drake's Family Matters. Ain't no fucking way.
it was a song. He was trying to get people to dance. He needed to galvanize the West Coast, get the whole California behind this song. This is like our new anthem, which is, I'm not mad at that strategy. But we're not gonna say he rapped better than Drake.
Boy, they pulling for, they hanging on to whatever they can. This is you ever see the movie? You ever see that movie, The Good Son? He was like, no, don't let me go, Henry. He was like, if I let you go, you think you can fly? This is the part of the movie we in right now. Your life is in the balance. What do you mean? He had to galvanize the West Coast. No. The battle was already crashing. Drake was already crashing and burning when Family Matters dropped And before the amount of time that you could put in a DiGiorno pizza, because, you know, they be taking some time. Like sometimes the crust be a little bit doughy and you got to check the bottom of it and put it back in the oven. Try to put it on 350 because 400 don't do it. They just get the top melting a little bit. You know what I mean? Like 350, 375. By the time the DiGiorno pizza was made, this nigga drops Meet the Grams. It was already done for it. The knockout punch. Euphoria was still a conversation to where it was like, okay, Family Matters was just him fighting back. And they said, yeah, that's the best we've seen this whole battle. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's not even interesting enough.
On Not Like Us versus Family Matters. No fucking way.
Okay, so Maul, bringing that up, when you're referencing that and everybody else that you're referring to, are you talking about just Not Like Us versus Family Matters? Or are you talking about...
Thank you for saying this. Thank you for saying this. This is a real statement right now. This is a real statement right now. Where is it at? Where is it at? Why can't they ever break down Drake lyrics but know all of Kendrick?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Hey, yo, DIYer, if you're enjoying this content, please don't forget to hit the like button. It helps this video and this channel get discovered by new people. I appreciate you. Now back to the video. You know why there ain't no breakdowns of Drake disses? Because we got that shit the first time. There wasn't no layered. Like, there's a difference between a conversation that you and I will have about the layers of a Kendrick lyric. There's conversations that we will have that go beyond just the surface of it. We'll have a conversation that's like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. Do you think that that was playing or tying into just really foundational hip hop type shit? The shit that you miss from Drake is like, oh shit, I wasn't even paying attention. I was pretty clever. That's the kind of feedback. Yeah, that's pretty fucking clever. That's pretty, hey, it's pretty, okay. It's pretty cool, man. Not bad. You get a bunch of not bads. That is not the nature of the breakdowns that you get when you're listening to Kendrick shit. Like when you're listening to artists that have the ability to write in this style. He's not the only one who can write in styles that are multi-layered. You have multi-layered conversations. You have different types of perspectives on it. But ain't nobody listening to Drake and saying, damn, I gotta really sit with that one. Nigga, you stupid if you say that. You stupid. You're stupid. You are stupid. I don't like calling people stupid, but today I'm gonna call you stupid. You stupid. If you the type person that listen to a Drake song and say, I gotta sit down and really break these lyrics down, you stupid. You're trying to put a square peg in a circle. You stupid. I don't like calling people stupid. Personal choice of mine. But you're stupid today. Today you're stupid. You dumb as hell. There's no way that you sit there with a pen on top of your ear and you're like, let's really get down to these Drake lyrics. No fucking way. But that's not his lane. So trying to argue this is just a losing argument.
Kendrick versus Drake in the entirety of all of these songs.
Because also at this point, Family Matters was really against Meet the Grams in that situation.
I think Family Matters and Heart Part 6, Drake is rapping better than anything Kendrick put out during that moment.
He said the Family Matters and Heart Part 6 is better than any rapper. I'm about to see. This is why I don't sit. There's no way in hell I'm going to sit through 2 hours of this shit right here. This is where, respectfully, you start calling out the credentials. I don't care who you worked for, who you've been associated with. Now we need you to give a very clear definition of what lyricism is. We need to, all of this shit got to get exposed in a debate. That's the kind of shit you do on a debate like this. I need you to give me a clear definition of what lyricism is. You say, yeah, he's clip farming. For sure. But now your credibility in this particular conversation is in question. What do you mean better rapping? If we're talking about rapping for the sake of rapping, and you're talking about continuing one rhyming word, my friend, as he did in Heart Part 6, delusion, Lucian, collusion, nution, lufalution, that is not a skill set. that requires as much thought as the multi-layered approach to writing. You got to think of that in its totality when you're writing something like that, and you got to think line by line how every line is connecting with the other one. The other one is a very one block connects with one block, connects with one block, connects with one block. You're rhyming the same. You literally can go to rhymezone.com and put in malnutrition or just nutrition, and it'll give you a list of 15 to 20, 30, 40 different rhyming words to go along with that. All you got to do is just figure out a story that connects it all. But he doesn't even do that. Drake doesn't do that. He talks like YouTube tags. It's just random. She's a baddie. I wonder if she's dealing with malnutrition. Sometimes I'm stuck inside my head. That's kind of my affliction. Bad bitches and even drugs is my addiction. They say they want the facts, but it seems they're addicted to fiction. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's complex to you. That is a safe spot for somebody who writes. And that's all he did on Heart Part 6. Ain't no fucking way.
Head? Just rapping. Absolutely.
I aspire to have this level of.
He's still on impact of a song. He's talking about a song. I'm talking about bars.
No.
Sir Maul, could it be argued that the reason we care about lyrics is because of the impact they have on us as a listener?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
So are you telling me that these bars, not y'all calling him malnutrition. That was an accident. I didn't mean that, but now that y'all got it here, let's just add that to the vernacular. These bars is what you telling me. So what he's saying in this is basically that Drake's bars had no impact. But he was rapping. Nigga, about what? About what? If it's not impactful or more impactful than your competitor, what is you rapping about? Malfunction is crazy. Oh my Lord.
I'm talking about lyrics. I'm talking about rhymes.
I'm talking about rap. And
not
actually,
like us, the production is not even dope.
Okay, so Maul, you keep bringing up Not Like Us. Head, what do you think that Not Like Us is Kendrick's?
The rest of the world disagrees with you. The rest of the world, malnutrition. The rest of the world disagrees with you. Is it the best beat ever made of all time? Someone can make a really good argument, especially 5 Grammys later. To me, no, it's not the best instrumental of all time, but that is not even what was needed to take down your guy. This is terrible, man.
Best rapped song in all of this battle. Which one would you pick out of all of them?
Euphoria.
Agreed.
Okay.
I don't even remember that song.
You just burying your own argument. Why in the hell? How in the hell could somebody make a decent argument and say, I forgot about one of the songs, but I still think this was the best one lyrically of all of them? It's like arguing with your younger cousin. What? I can't. It's like arguing with your younger cousin about the Jordan era, and he never seen a game, or the Kobe era. He never seen a game, but in his mind, Anthony Edwards is the best one in the whole world. It's like you don't even want to.
It's probably a lot of bars too. Confusing.
No, it's just like when you open a bag of chips. It's a lot of the air at the top, and there's a few chips in there. But we ain't gonna go back to that.
Head, you being the Coast Guard and
that's about all I can stomach. You know, I love when these type of videos pop up. We're not gonna watch this whole video, but shout out to Yoshi Streams. She posted this today, and it's a video that kind of walks you down where some of the media voices were, because this is embarrassing. I'm sorry. This is embarrassing. Where some of the media voices were as they were anticipating, like the rest of us, what was going to happen next. And ain't none of them knew what the fuck was about to happen next. Continue, though.
It's all on Kendrick now. Kendrick has been calling for this. He's been asking for this for several years, and he got what he wanted, so now it's time to show and prove because Drake said it.
Yo, Kendrick, he's begging you to drop. The pussy shenanigans is over. The bait and switch, the bluffer Olympics is done. Drop your fucking 4-year-old song that you could get demolished.
I think it'll happen eventually. Kendrick will respond, but it won't be the battle. It won't be like back and forth.
Drake believes that Kendrick Lamar doesn't have a response to the push-ups drop and give me 50 diss that he dropped. And then Drake put, use me as a they have nothing to drop button.
I don't think Kendrick's cooking up. It don't take him 3-4 weeks to I think that's over.
Respectfully, and I know some of these folks are legendary names in mainstream rap. What the fuck do any of them know about a rap battle they've never been in? I know that it's important for us to have opinions, especially if anybody is a voice that is giving an opinion, but you got people speaking so confidently about shit they've never seen before. There's no comparison you can make to this. No Jay-Z Nas was a different nature. It's a very different conversation. It makes you think twice about when you're watching somebody and they give an expert opinion. You're like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, man. He said it's done. Well, a year later, it still ain't done. Good God.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Well, 1 year later, 1 year ago, DJ Academics for the last time tweeted, Day 17 with no response from Kendrick Lamar, because about an hour and a half later, Kendrick Lamar dropped Euphoria.
Yeah. How's that been going so far, huh? You want to talk about that? Well, let's shout out to not only Kendrick, but shout out to SZA making history with the record-breaking Grand National Tour that just launched.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
A year later, for someone who didn't have, according to Malnourished, for somebody who didn't have enough bars to present, he sure seems to be doing well with those lacking bars, huh? Kendrick Lamar and SZA, this is off of StupidDope.com, have made history, launching their Grand National Tour with a groundbreaking opening night at Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. According to data released by Touring Data, the duo's inaugural show achieved an extraordinary milestone, grossing an impressive $9 million in revenue. Want to make sure this is the most updated one because they have gone on to even break that and a few more afterwards. Matter of fact, let me see. Let's see if there's another updated one. Yeah, they seem to be doing pretty damn all right. I guess it wasn't the most updated one. But yeah, according to that and other reports, they're continuing to have record-breaking nights. He was just in Texas, just in Atlanta. I think they're heading to Charlotte tonight. That damn thing has been all right. It's been working for him really, really well. And then it was even announced that he'll be doing a festival in... Y'all ready for it? Hold on, let me go to my cousin page real quick. Y'all ready for this one? You ready for it? But are you ready for it? 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 Shout out to Chillin' with Moni. They just announced that Kendrick gonna be headlining a festival. Where is that gonna be at? I'm curious where that festival's gonna be at. Maybe y'all heard about it. I heard about it too. Oh my goodness. Here it is. This is on May 1st. She said he outside for real. Spilt Milk Festival has a huge lineup. And it's for the 2025 event. By the way, I believe that is in... Am I tripping? Is that in Australia? Is that in Australia?
I'm gonna tell it.
Am I tripping? Is that in Australia? Australia. Am I tripping? That's how I saw it reported earlier. Co-headlining with Doechii and Schoolboy Q. Golly. What's up, Big Zo? We almost back. I'm still a little bit under the weather. Oh, buddy, what are we doing? What? If you ask me, that's the content that I'm tired of. You know, someone said it, and it made me think of some things. Someone said it earlier. They said, somebody left a comment. They said, man, after that Punch and Curtis interview, I'm kind of sick of the Kendrick and Drake lore at this point. I wouldn't say I'm sick of it, but I am sick of the moving of the goalposts. Like, we need somebody to just be a gracious loser. It would be amazing to have a gracious loser. One that says, fuck. But it seems like he's committed so much, this being Drake, he's committed so many penalties that at this point he has to act like that's the way he planned it the whole time. I'm tired of the false narratives my damn self. I'm tired of going back and forth with folks and just being like, you know what? You're stupid. No, you're really stupid. Like, you're not like, it's not even entertaining no more. I see people trolling and waiting for a response from me from accounts with no pictures. And I'm like, yeah. You got it, man. Hey, man, you could be right or you could be happy. You know what? I'm going to be happy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy. We will win round 84. You tell them. Round 84 is ours. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You're Yeah, this is someone who doesn't want to be relevant anymore because it just keeps getting worse. It just keeps getting worse. Well, Euphoria a year later, we're on the cusp of, you know what? We haven't even Big Zo, we ain't even got to the Family Matters yet. Good gosh, wait a minute. We're gonna just play that for shits and giggles. We're gonna save that for tomorrow, but I just want to hear it for shits and giggles. DIYers, those are my thoughts on this. You let me know what you think. DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Stop being greedy. Peace.